Hi everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video, and this one is quite a long video, so I do apologise in advance, but you can whiz through the bits that you maybe don't feel you need to watch. So this, if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you will have seen me post this a while ago. I'm going to create a layered rainbow page, so it's going to involve using quite a lot of pages from my journal, and I'm going to be cutting out a rainbow shape that sits layered on top of itself throughout the book. So starting off by marking out where my first arc is going to go, and I'm working from the back of the rainbow, so the tallest one is going to be at the back and layering it forward, so I'm going to be kind of working backwards, I guess. So yeah, I'm cutting out this first one using my usual craft knife, craft knife, which is my favourite one. It's a bit of a scalpel style knife. I think the only thing that I don't like about it is how difficult it is to get the new blades on and off without nearly slicing your finger. So just a word of caution, if you do get one of these, they are a little bit tricky. So then I'm just flipping that page to the left, drawing around it so that I know where that arc is going to sit, and drawing in the next one that I'm going to cut out. So I'm kind of using that as a template. And then, of course, because this has got to be fixed in, it can't, if I cut that arc out as it is, it would just fall out the page. There I was just checking there was going to be enough space for all the colours. So at the bottom right hand side of this page, where this arc that I've just drawn, I'm going to have like a little bit of a tab where the arc is going to be fixed on. So you'll see what I mean when I cut it out. So I'm cutting down the side of the page, just leaving a little bit. Then I'm going to join the arc into there, and then pull it round the other side. And this, I just kind of continue this process all the way through the rainbow. So I'll let you see me do another couple, and then we'll cut to the painting part. So there you see, I just flipped the page over to the left, drew round it, so I've got my template of where it's going to sit, draw in about 1.5 centimetres from that place, and then mark out my next arc on the rainbow. Oh, I've got to be tidy. I had to rub those marks out, I don't know why. It's funny, since I've started doing these videos and recording them for YouTube, I've realised that I've actually got some really funny ways of doing things. But I guess we all have our own funny little ways of doing things, don't we? But I've always known that I am a bit of a tidy freak, although looking at my board, my glass mat, it did need a clean, and I have cleaned it since, you'll be pleased to know. Although, got to be honest, it's not like Dina's. But yeah, that's a happy glass mat, isn't it? So then, yeah, you can see, just continuing the process, and as I get further into the rainbow, each one has got like a longer tab on the side. And what I'll do with these is then just paint them in with the colours of the rainbow, so when it sits on top of each other, it works nicely. So then for each of these pages, front and back, I add some collage tissue paper, so there's a little bit of text underneath the paint. And then once that's dry, I basically just go in with the colour that I need for my rainbow. I do a bit of removing the paint through the stencil, reductive stenciling using a baby wipe, and then I add another tone of that colour through a stencil on the top, just to add a little bit more interest. So I'll let you see, like I say, I'll let you see a couple of the pages, and then we can cut to the next part. So then I'm just making sure it's all lying flat, giving it a good scrape with my gift card. And then I'm going in with my red paint. I've been finding recently, I don't know whether it's just because the weather's been quite hot here in the UK, we had like a really hot spell, that some of the nozzles on my paint tubes have been getting blocked, and I get so fed up of them because I've had that thing, I don't know if any of you have had this happen, where you squeeze the paint tube really hard. It doesn't come out of the nozzle, but the end fires off the end of the tube, and you end up with a huge glob of paint everywhere. It's really, really annoying. So then I'm just using Tangelo here and going in and adding a little bit of stenciling and some splatters too. Neither did I realise that I do things with both hands sometimes. I don't consider myself to be ambidextrous, but apparently that's something that I do. Okay, so here we go, working on the next page. Obviously this one's going to be orange. I'm going to be working on the front and the back of this page. So whatever I do to the front, I do the same to the back. So I'm adding in some collage paper, and then once that's dry, I'm going in with the colour, removing some paint through the stencil, adding some stenciling, and maybe some splatters if I remembered to do that. There, my baby white was a bit wet, so I was just lifting some of the moisture off. So here I've just gone back in with Tangelo again, because it's a slightly darker orange than the cheddar. Oh, sorry, it wasn't cheddar. It's, what's it called? Having a blank moment. Tangerine, sorry. I'm just going to do the same to this side. Okay, so I think you get the idea. It's quite a simple process. I followed this process all the way through the rainbow, so I did exactly the same thing for all these other pages, as you can see. If you wanted to try and recreate this page, there's no reason to say why you can't. Just, you know, you do your own thing with decorating the rainbow. It doesn't have to be done like this, but this was how I did it. So yeah, so you can see at the right hand side there is a little gap. So what I will do is go back in and put some orange there. And then obviously as it gets further in and gets smaller and smaller, the little arc of the rainbow, you have to add more colours at the side. Otherwise you've got these weird bits of craft paper, cardstock, that kind of don't sit right with the rest of the page. Okay, so I think you probably get the gist. You can see how I've done that, so I'm going to cut to the next part of what happens next. Okay, so now I'm on the last colour of the rainbow, and you can see the little long tab that this one is on, and what I'm going to do there is just add the colours at the side, just a little stripe of each one. So that as it sits on top of the rest of the rainbow, it kind of still works as a rainbow, and it doesn't have this weird craft bit sticking along the bottom of it. So then once it was dry, I went in with a gel pen and outlined in a kind of sketchy way I went round it a couple of times and just outlined just to kind of just show where those colours were ending, and it kind of gives it a bit more of a sketchy look, which I kind of quite like how that looks. So I did this all around on every page. You can see you've got to then lift the pages and go in and not only go over the top but go underneath where the arc has lifted up and join it up. And then I decided that I wanted to do the same on the reverse of the rainbow too, because I do think it's important on pages like this that the pages sort of sit together in a cohesive way and work well, and it's easy to concentrate on the front of the pages and forget the backs. I probably will go back to this rainbow and add some journaling on the back of it too. But you know, equally so, you've got opportunity there you've got more space for doing journaling or adding little mini pages in if you wanted to. Okay. just making sure it all kind of sits together. So then I went in with a text stamp and some black archival ink, and just adding a little bit of stamping to each of those arcs of the rainbow. This is kind of just grunging it up a little bit, I guess, and adding a little bit more interest, because whilst you can still see some of the collage paper coming through, I do like to have a bit more text on my pages. So these are some rub-ons from Tim Holtz, and I absolutely love these. I just love how they look. So I decided, I have had some disasters with rub-ons in the past, and I think I've found this is the best way to do it, is to actually cut out the little bit that you want to use. I have had situations where I've been using the whole sheet and parts accidentally stuck to the page, and you end up losing some of the rub-on where you don't want it to be, and then you've spoilt another part that you can't use because it's got a bit missing. So I decided, although it was a bit fiddly, it was actually easier to just cut the little pieces out that I wanted to use. Then I could position them where I wanted them to be and didn't have to worry about any other bits sticking onto my pages. So these rub-ons are one of Tim Holtz's more recent releases. Yeah, I got them from Art from the Heart in the UK. But yeah, I think they're a really nice addition to these pages. So then once I'd done that, I then decided to use some of these mini paper dolls, which are also another one of Tim Holtz's more recent, not most recent, but more recent releases. I was just going to sit these at the bottom of my rainbow. There's just like a collection of people. And then I decided I would make them go in height order. I don't know whether that's the... yes, it's got to be neat and tidy. Who knows? I don't know why I decided that, but it does look better that way, I think. And then I'm using the Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher just to staple these in place, just so that they are on the end of each page. And I think they work quite well. I need a tall man with a hat on. He works well there. And then I'm using a Signo Uniball in white just to add some writing around the top arc of my rainbow. And of course it wouldn't be my page, would it, without some dots and some mark making on there. So I spent a little bit of time adding some dots using my gel pen. And then I used one of the stamps from the Tim Holtz Media Mark set. This is one of my favourite stamp sets, just to add a little bit more interest onto these pages. So yes, using an acrylic block to stamp that image really nicely and some black archival ink, and just adding that onto all of my pages. And then once I've done that, I'm edging each of these arcs of the rainbow using some black archival ink on a blending tool, just to give each edge a little bit more definition. And then that was pretty much finished. So I hope you've enjoyed watching me create this layered rainbow page using lots of Tim Holtz goodies. Yeah, it was quite a fun project to do. It did take quite a long time, but I did enjoy it. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you again soon.